What's going on YouTube? It's Jason again with JJ Drones, and coming to you from the Volvo V&L 860 Studios, we have the GoPro Hero 12 Creator Edition. So let's get in the video. Plus, and then you got linear, and then you've got wide bowl look out of there, and then quickly go through some of my settings that I have for something that I've learned from other YouTube. Now, if you shoot in HDR, shoot in standard. I shoot in 16:9. I usually do linear plus. I don't know little feature that GoPro gives you, but you may want to go in and double check and make sure that all of your settings have stayed the same feature that they've had out. White balance, you can keep that on auto. It's usually pretty decent. ISO minimum at 100, and then I do my ISO max at, because I usually just use So the first thing you need to know and then as soon as you do that, you're going to be good to go. Now, the first are going through the quick also gives you a way to manage your SD card so you can format. And then you also have on the very bottom, you've got your setup for, I don't have that, so we're going to just with this like your phone so that you can use the quick app on your, you can just leave that on easy. All you have to do is go from easy to pro. You know what's in that settings now. Okay guys, so a lot of you use GoPros in making your videos. Now we've got, this one is the this is the GoPro 10, and then this one here is the GoPro 11. As you can see, there isn't really much difference between the two of those. And then coming up in the middle, we have the GoPro 12. Again, there isn't really much of a change over the past iterations of the GoPro. The only difference between the three cameras, you can see it's kind of got this starry wrap around it. That's because it's supposed to be better for filming at night, and it does have a few little options on it that are actually kind of cool. So we're actually going to dive into this camera right now, but the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through the package that it comes in. Okay, so this is the packaging that it comes in. You get your media mod case for the GoPro so that you can use an external microphone, or you've got the microphone that's built in right there. And then it comes with this tripod, and I really like this tripod. I've been using this for a while now. What you can do is you get it out of the box and you charge it. It comes about halfway charged, and right now I can check the state of charge on it, and it's got 5 bars. And you use this to plug into the GoPro, and then you can even plug this into the media mod, because on the media mod you've got 3 little spots there, and right in the center there you can hook that up to this media mod, so you can have continuous power going to the GoPro. So that is kind of a nice little option. And then this just kind of folds out with the 2 legs here, like so. And then you can put the GoPro on however you want. Now it does have a little adapter there that will go on to the top of it, just like any other GoPro does. Okay. The other thing that you get in the media or the creator kit is you get a light for when you're filming at night, and this light does shine bright So you get a lot of different options for the amount of light that you want. And then it's got a curved mount that you can stick anywhere. It's got your hat mount. Now some of these are extras. Like I said, I've been using this for a while. You get a USB-C cord, and then you get a few extra things here and there. Now this is so that you could actually mount this onto like the tripod there, and then you have the cold shoe mount, so you can actually stick your light right onto here, so you don't necessarily have to put that on like the media mod. So that's kind of handy. I don't know really when I would use that, but you have that option if you want it. And then last but not least, GoPro actually decided that they were going to include a door that has a hole or a charging spot in it, so that when you decide that you're going to use you know, something like this to charge it, you don't only have to use your media mod, you can actually use this to charge your GoPro without having to use the media mod. So that's actually really nice. And if you're unfamiliar with how to change out the doors, I'll show you that here in a quick second. Now, this does work with not only the 12, but it also works with the 10 and the 11. But we'll just show you here on the 12 how it goes on there. Just clicks onto there like that, and you can just take your USB-C cord, just stick it right into the door like that. So as you can see, there is a pretty good, decent seal around the door there, but I wouldn't necessarily 100% trust that around water, so just be careful with that. And then in order to take the door off, you just pull this down. Just take this off the hinge, and then you've got your regular GoPro door right there that you can stick back on here. So the first thing you need to know when you first turn on your GoPro is that you're going to need a fully charged battery, because in order for you to get the GoPro to work, it actually has to be updated. So make sure you charge your battery. It only takes a few minutes to update, and then as soon as you do that, you're going to be good to go. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice on this camera when you are going through the quick menu options is, number one, you get this new setting here where you can see how much data is used on your memory card. It also gives you a way to manage your SD card, so you can format your SD card from right here on the screen. And then you also have your setup for the auto upload. And then in this screen here, you've got your voice command right here. I don't use the voice command, but basically you just press that and you have your voice control on. Right here is you can turn your beeps on and off. They do get annoying at time to time, but I do keep my beeps on. And then this one right here is your quick capture, so that when you decide that you just want to go out and film, you don't have to turn the power on, you just have to hit the record button, and then that will do that. This will lock your screen, and in order for you to do anything now, you're going to have to swipe to unlock the screen. Okay guys? Then right down here you have your options for your front screen. Now if you're going to want to save battery and you don't really need to see what you're doing, you can just completely turn it off, or you can just have the number that you are, or your status only. You can have the actual screen, or you can have the full screen. I always keep on actual screen so that you can actually see on the front what you can see on the back, but it doesn't use as much battery as a full screen. And then you also have on the very bottom, you've got your setup for your mod lens kit, if you have that. I don't have that, so we're gonna just move on. You can have you can pair a device with this, like your phone, so that you can use the quick app on your phone. And then you also have your preferences for your controls. You can either have it on Pro or you can have it on Easy. And when it comes out of the box, it's easy. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. You basically have video. And then you can have standard quality. You can have base quality. Or you can have the highest quality. So those are your options as far as the easy mode. Obviously, standard quality is going to be basic minimum or medium battery usage. This is going to be your lowest battery usage. This is going to be your highest battery usage. And it's also going to give you the best quality. Now, if you are not somebody that likes to do a whole lot of messing around with the settings, you can just leave that on easy and let the GoPro camera do its thing all by itself. But if you want to have more control over what you're doing, all you have to do is go from easy to pro, and that is going to give you a lot more options on what you can do with your filming. And then you have your other preferences. You got your setup guide, you got voice control. All of your settings are in here, guys. And most of you that know that have been using GoPros for a long time, you already know what's in that settings. Now, I really wish that GoPro would allow you to Bluetooth a microphone to this, because I actually tried doing that and it still won't let you do that. So the one thing that I wish GoPro would do is I wish they would allow Bluetooth microphones to be paired to this GoPro. And as far as of this taping, the DJI mic does not pair to the GoPro, so you still have to go through using the Media Mod kit and a TRS cable. Now guys, I'm going to quickly go through some of my settings that I have for when I do when I do videos. And this is just something that I've learned from other YouTubers, so this isn't something that I'm this great photographer, okay? And you can watch other YouTube channels, or you can use the settings that I have. It's basically up to you. I shoot in standard. Now, if you shoot in HDR, it's actually going to give you less options, so I keep it in standard. Now, if you're going to go from light to dark to light to dark, definitely shoot in HDR, but if you're shooting in a nice sunny day, or even a darker day, you're going to want to shoot in standard. I shoot in 16:9. Like I said earlier, I shoot in 4K 60. Now, you can do linear or linear plus. I usually do linear plus. I don't know why that was on linear. Some people like to have that kind of fishbowl look, so if you like that look, you definitely go for the Hyperview. It really doesn't have much editing into it, but I like to use the linear or the linear plus. The linear is going to use the software in the GoPro in order to get that fishbowl look out of there. And then if you do linear plus horizon, not only is it going to get rid of that fishbowl look, but it's also going to level your horizon no matter what you're doing. So most of us that use the GoPros, we do it for a vlog style video. So when you're doing a video like that, you don't want to have that fishbowl look. So that is why I keep the setting at that setting. Your hyper smooth, you can either have it on or auto boost. I always keep it on auto boost. Again, some of these settings have changed, so you may want to go in and double check and make sure that all of your settings have stayed the same. You can do a scheduled capture. That's where if you wanted to schedule a time for it to shoot a video, you can do that, the duration. So with hindsight, the camera's always filming, but it's not going to capture any of it unless you hit the button. And then I do believe it goes back like 5 seconds. So you hit the button, it'll go 5 seconds back, and then it'll record until you hit the button again. So that's a nice little feature that they've had out for a while. Now the shutter, I always keep that on auto. My EV comp, I keep that at -0.5. The white balance, you can keep that on auto. It's usually pretty decent. But if you need to adjust it, it's not that difficult to adjust. I keep my ISO minimum at 100, and then I do my ISO max at 3200. My sharpness I keep at medium. My color I keep at vibrant. The raw audio I keep at high. And then I turn the wind off because I usually just use the DJI mics, so I don't really need the noise canceling from the GoPro. And then camera mods I don't really have to do anything with. You also have photo. Now with photo, you have night photo, you have burst photo, and then you have regular photo. Again, you can do linear or wide. I always do linear. And then here's your capture settings. And then here's your Pro Tune settings. And then you can also add in shortcuts on the screen if you like. I don't really shoot photos with my GoPro, so this isn't really a screen that I deal with very much. So if you have any tips for that, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. Now time-lapse. Time-lapse is kind of fun. You do have the option of time warp, which is basically just a time-lapse. You also have star trails, which I'm assuming means that you can basically put the camera up at the stars at night and it will leave trails in the stars with long exposure rates. You have light painting, that's another long exposure that you can use that with basically nights at light. You've got the vehicle lights where you can actually do a long exposure picture of vehicles traveling through nighttime. Give you that really cool look. And then you have just a regular time lapse and a night lapse, and I've got a lot of testing to do with those yet, but these are the options that you have as far as time lapse. I think that GoPro put the most amount of emphasis on these, because when I went into the camera when I first got it, the only option that I have in video was the custom. Not sure why, but that was what they did. Now the other nice feature that we have with the GoPro 12 that we don't have in the other ones is it actually has a mount for a tripod. So if you don't want to use the little feet or attachments that come with it for these right here, you can actually take a regular tripod mount and you can screw the GoPro on there, and now you have another option for tripods for your GoPro. So that is actually a really nice touch as well. Okay guys, well that is the GoPro Hero 12 Black, and it seems to be a really good GoPro. I'd like to hear your thoughts and your opinions. Do you think you need the GoPro 12 Black? Is the GoPro 10 or the 11 a good enough GoPro for you? Because the upgrades are not significant. The GoPro 12 is nothing earth-shattering compared to these two. Okay guys, there's nothing in this that I can say it's absolutely 100% the best at everything. They say that it doesn't overheat as much as the 10 or the 11, and we really need to test that out. But definitely get yourself some Enduro batteries if you're going to do anything with the GoPros, because the Enduro batteries are by far the best batteries that you can have for your GoPros, especially in cold weather. They're actually made for the colder weather, and they're actually made to last longer than just the blue regular GoPro batteries. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely put those in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified the next time I upload one of these videos to YouTube. I really hope that this GoPro 12 ends up being one of my best GoPro cameras yet, and I can't wait to get working on filming with this little guy. I appreciate all of you for coming along for this ride with me, and we'll see you later on down the road. Bye guys.